Okay, so I took the mining rig that I just bought, the open air mining rig, out of the box here. I cleared up some of the table. You know, I checked a couple of the other motherboards. This motherboard here worked very nicely. This is an i3 motherboard. It's got 8 gig of RAM on there, 2 4s, crucial memory, which is good. That was running real nice. The monitor I found had a problem, so I grabbed one of the TVs that my daughter brought back from college, and I plugged that in, and it's been stable. It's been able to. I wasn't sure if it was the motherboard that kept going out or if it was the monitor. So trying a new one, everything came in fine. Okay, so now I'm about to put this rig together here. So I'll let you take a break, and I'll come back when the rig is done. Okay, so everybody that's been following along, I've got the rig set up. I've got the card sitting here, but I'm waiting for risers. I put a little piece of cardboard under there so that holds it up kind of level, even though the screws are in everything. So that's not ready to go with anything yet. I've got the rig put together. It's pretty simple, actually. You don't need to see a wasted video on putting a stupid little thing together. All right, this is the i7 motherboard, and I've got an 8 gig of RAM right there, right down in here. We've got memory, 8 gig of RAM down there. All right, this piece here, I mounted this inside. I had to jimmy rig it a little bit, but it kept giving me errors because it was looking for the USB and everything. So I was like, you know what? Let me just pop that in there and leave it in there. Here I have a mounted drive. I mounted this drive. I mounted this on the side. But this one I have running Hive OS, Linux Hive OS. So I popped this in here, and I had already set that up on this motherboard before it was in the rig, and just to see if how easy it was to set it up on the drive and get it going. I had to pop a video card in here because the onboard video works, but I don't have an HDMI cable, an HDMI connector here on this motherboard, which is odd. I would think this motherboard would have an HDMI connector. So I popped this in there to use the HDMI for the bigger screen, because the smaller monitor, the Acer monitor, is giving me trouble. So, and this seems to be stable. So here you have it. So I'm going to turn her on. I got the switch right here, and she's going to boot up, and she should boot right into Hive. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Okay. Now, mind you, I've got really nothing connected. I don't have the internet in, but I don't have any cards on there yet. But this should show up as a worker in my Hive OS when I check it on my phone or on my laptop. And there she goes. Yeah, she's not going to be able to do much until she has something to work, until she has some internet, she has the card set up, she'll be good to go. There it is, look at that. All right, so she went right to root, which is fine. It'll try again in 60 seconds, so I don't need it to keep trying over and over again. So there we have it. This is my first rig build, and I've got one card that my son's friend gave me. This is the Zotac card, and it's a 1660 Ti DDR2. So this is great, you know. And there you have it. I plan on putting 8 cards or 6 cards in here. I want to see. I may just keep this as a 1660 server, well, 1660 rig, and then just fill it with 1660s, being that they're reasonably priced. And then I'll go from there. I'll try the second rig with maybe a better card. I really wanted to get 3060s, but being that this card was given to me, I'll stick with this, and I'll make this a 1660 rig, and we'll see how it does. I'll tweak it out. I'll keep you posted on the next video. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. All right, guys. So here's what my Saturday looks like. I ran back to my storage unit, and I grabbed some more stuff. I got some power supplies here. And here's how my rig is coming along right now. I'm still working on this i7 rig with one 1660 card that I got from my son's friend. Well, I found another SSD drive over at the storage unit, and I still got all this stuff, and I grabbed a bunch of other motherboards. I threw them on a chair here. I got like 3 more motherboards here, and I grabbed one of the servers that were in there. There's an i3 server, a Core i3, I guess. This looked pretty good, so I can even set up this ready for rails, ready to go into a rack, even though I don't have a rack yet for this. Even though it's what I do, I never really needed a rack. I take care of everybody else's racks. A couple of switches. So here, let me open this one. Got a couple of fans. I'm going to get rid of everything in the front here because I'm going to be moving this bar back. I'm going to change the layout on this and probably be able to fit 6 cards in here, maybe 8. I don't know. And but this one don't look too shabby. It's got a 600-watt power supply. It's got a nice big fan in the front of that up there in the front. And 2 that go back here. I have all of those fans that I took out of the other servers. PCI Express. I don't know. I may just build a rig right into this. This case looks good for that. So we'll see. See, it's a Core i3, so it should be good. It's got memory in it still. I'm gonna get rid of everything in the front here. So here's where it stands. I'll get you guys back in when I get this powered up, because I'm going to be testing these motherboards, and I'm going to this rig here, it has a proprietary motherboard. That's an i7 motherboard from an HP Elite Desk G1. So the problem with that is that power supply, the small one that's down there, only goes to this motherboard. The motherboard is not a standard ATX motherboard. So I have a bunch of other power supplies here. The 600 watt there, this is a 680 watt right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna power this card with one of those other power supplies. And this is all temporarily just testing, because I'm still learning, and I'm still a crypto noob miner, you know, and this will be my first rig right here when I get up. I mean, I do have Hive OS installed, and I'm ready to get going. I've got all of that, but I'm not done with the rig yet, and I'm not done powering this on. So when I get this powered up and I'm hashing something, I'm gonna put you guys back on and videotape it. Videotape, boy, you can tell I'm showing my age when I say videotape. I'll record it. I'll record it so you can see it on the screen here and see what we're doing. All right, so stay posted. For you, it'll be a couple of seconds. For me, it'll be a little longer. Okay, so here's where we left off. And basically, what I did was I rebuilt the whole rig. I went and I got a power supply so that I didn't have to use the i7 power supply with the i7 motherboard, you know. And I bought a new power supply, the EVGA one. And what I did was I used one of the i3 motherboards that I had. I picked up the riser card. I grabbed the riser card. It's not the best riser card. I'll wait until I get the package from I think it was Parallel Miners or one of those, or GPUrisers.com. Anyway, I'll get some risers from them. In the meantime, I wanted to see something work and wanted to see it hash. So what I did was I rebuilt the rig. I put everything in. I connected all my connections to the new power supply. It's working great. And I've got a bunch of cables with this. Very, very nice. I watched a few videos. And here I'm actually doing, and rebuilding that one as well into a nice rig. I mean, I do have motherboards laying around. I got all this computer equipment. I do a lot with it. Look at the bag. Look, I got a ton of shit here. Yeah, it's my laptop. Let me go over here. And you can see here that I got the rig online. I'm doing 30.95 mega hash, which is great. And here it is. I used one of those preset, what do you call it? The preset template for overclocking the 1660 GPU. They already have them built in, like when you go to cards, you know, you go to workers, in cards, you know, you could select to overclock it, and there's a bunch of them in there. So there you have it. I was doing 30.95 last time I looked. 30.94. So So that's not too bad for one card at 80 watts. And I mean, I'm not going to leave it up and running right now because I got to clear that whole dining room table off and get everything back. I'm going to be setting up a nice stand, a metal rack, and put everything in there. So I'll keep you posted, and I plan on getting more GPUs in, and then working on that server case for another rig. So let me know. Put something in the comments or put something down. If there's something you want to see down, I guess if you like and subscribe and click that bell, at least you'll know when I put something new up. So other than that, keep mining, guys. Enjoy.